Hello and welcome back to my grass monotype of Pokemon Emerald Omega. In the last episode, we were making our way back from Verdanturf, and I think we then took on Watson and got thoroughly destroyed in the gym battle. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to hopefully be able to take our revenge on Watson here. So you can see that we have done some significant leveling. Everyone here is now at level 38, and we are now going to hopefully be able to take on Watson's team and actually have some decent success here. I say hopefully. You can never really be sure with this. Obviously, paralysis could be a thing, could just completely ruin our day. There's so much that could, not work out particularly well here. But we shall see. We indeed shall see. So we'll once more make our way through the electric barriers here in Watson's gym. And talk to him for a bit. So, let's have a look. So, his first Pokemon was the Raichu. We're not really too worried about this. Goes for the Rock Smash, obviously trying to lower our defense. We can just Giga Drain here. Pretty much get back all of our health, and the Raichu is down. Shroomish grows to level 39, doing a great job even as a pre-evolved form. We see the Lantern come out. We might as well stay in here. We're obviously slower, but we still get back a huge amount of health there, and Shroomish is putting in the work right now. So, we know this Porygon has Signal Beam, I believe. Signal Beam obviously is super effective on pretty much every member of my team except for Gloom. And then Gloom gets struck by Psybeam, so here's a problem. We will just, again, go for the Giga Drain because it is doing so much. And the Porygon just goes for Thunder Wave, which is fine. We were already pretty slow anyway, and Shroomish has done a wonderful job getting us this far, all by himself. Herself, I should say. What am I talking about? Anyway, so, one more, and Shroomish gets robbed of the kill just at the end there. And we'll bring in Gloom. We'll see. Gloom should definitely outspeed. We can Mega Drain, and that will definitely take out the Porygon. And Gloom goes to level 39. So, we see the Manectric. This is the problem Pokemon. So, Manectric obviously has Flamethrower and Thunderbolt, which means that the one Mon on my team that resists Flamethrower in Ludicolo is struck by a stab move that is obviously still neutral. So, we do have troubles here. We'll go into Ludicolo initially as he T-Wave. He makes the good prediction there. So, we'll try and fake out here. We do manage to get a fake out off. And now we definitely expect him to Thunderbolt. So, we'll swap into our Shiftry. And we can fake out again. Now, I'm pretty sure we still don't actually outspeed this, so we'll go back into Ludicolo. If he flamethrowers, then we are not going to take too much from that, and if he had, what's the move? If he had Thunder Wave, then obviously we could have absorbed the Thunder Wave too, so that's good. Again, we'll try and fake out here. I'm pretty sure we are slower regardless, so pretty much, fake out, our priority here is actually going to be coming in clutch, pretty much. You can see that Shiftry does that little bit more because of the normal Silk Scarf boosted, I think. So, once more, Ludicolo being a trooper and cutting through all threats of paralysis, and finally we can fake out to take out the Manectric. And so, Shiftry is trying to learn Energy Ball. Ooh. We do not have a Grass-type move on you, and Nature Power is not great. So we will get rid of that and replace it with Energy Ball for now. Obviously, not necessarily ideal due to our plans with Shiftry being a physical attacker, but we will see. So anyway, Jolteon will be able to go into our Meganium here. We really shouldn't have too much trouble here, hopefully. We'll just go for the Pedal Dance. Pedal Dance takes out the Jolteon. It really could not touch us, and Meganium is just so bulky. We are confused due to fatigue, so we'll just quickly swap out here. We'll go into Gloom for now. I doubt we can do much. We certainly can't do much if we are frozen. So, let's see, where do we want this to go? We kind of want a free switch, which we're not really going to get. Going to try and Moonlight up, as has the metal sound to essentially, like, there's no point in sort of sacrificing another one of our mons to it. So we'll go for the Rock Smash here, being super effective. We'll see Tri Attack once more, and we get paralyzed, which is really annoying. Meganium, you've done a great job. We can now, as he goes for the Shockwave. Shockwave does not do a lot to us, actually. We might as well try and fake out. We don't outspeed because of the paralysis, so let's go to Shift Tree. We might as well fake out, there's no reason not to, and then we can feint attack. It is not resisted because they have updated the type chart, which means finally we get through. Beautiful, we defeat Watson. Probably you took too many hits there, but there we go. We must stop Shroomish from evolving, because we still want that lovely Spore. And we're also going to get TM for Shockwave. I'm zipping through a lot of the sort of like normal stuff that I do, like the gym leader talking and stuff, just because like it's frustrating when, you know, you've spent so long trying to battle these guys. Seeing a promising trainer, yeah, like you. Okay, cool. So with that in mind, also the nice thing about Meganium having Rock Smash is obviously that means that we don't need to then sort of grab an HM slave or something. It is not obviously optimal. We will most likely change it around our movesets when we get the chance to. But there we go. So, we'll swap Gloom to the start. We want something, I think we want Giga Drain on Gloom. Giga Drain being the main move before we evolve into Vileplume. But I'm pretty sure that's the one, so yeah. So we'll level up these two guys as they are sort of like our unevolved Pokemon. And we can now sort of desperately fear the fact that we are now making our way all the way up towards Flannery and the just nightmare that Flannery is going to be, because it is not going to be fun. We just have nothing for Flannery. Nothing at all for Flannery. We will have to, you know, hope for some decent luck, and obviously our strategies. We'll see what we can do. I can't remember if we have Rain Dance or not. Do we have Rain Dance? No, we don't. We have so few TMs here. I don't know why I was thinking maybe we could have Rain Dance, but I mean, if we did, then maybe Ludicolo could actually put in some really good work. I can't remember if Ludicolo gets it through level up. If he does, then we might be able to get it from the move relearner, which is actually a decent idea. So obviously we should be able to zip through quite a lot of this stuff, just because essentially we are over-leveled as hell. And so, as we see the Flame Charge, Acid is super effective on the Jigglypuff because it is a fairy, and there we go, lovely. So anyway, we're going to run back down to the Pokemon Center and heal up. No point in letting any of our Pokemon take unnecessary fainting. And then we can move back around. So I believe this is, yeah, this is the sort of the family of trainers that we can take on here. And we'll see what sort of levels they are. Tailo is not a great mon for us to see, because all of my Pokemon are weak to flying, and will be weak to flying for a very long time. Until essentially we get the chance to catch a Cradily. Goes for the double team, because he is not a friendly trainer. That is not what we want to see. So essentially, yeah, so we battle the husband, the wife, the daughter, and the grandmother, I think, in that order. So, our best move really is to just Acid the Roselia. And also the Gloom, although with Flash coming out. Ludicolo doesn't have anything to hit it with, we'll have to swap into Shift Tree. cut is quad effective. I'm surprised that did so little. Grovile. We can go back into Gloom here. And we can Acid. Did it say that I was paralysed on the little... There we go, lovely. Well done. So we defeat Victoria, and we're now going on to the daughter, who has another 3 Pokemon. Marill is an excellent one for us to see, and grabs back some health. Azumarill is also a nice mon for us to see, being quad weak to both of my being weak to both of my stabs. I do not like this strategy, but if we hit, we kill pretty much. There we go. See, that's why evasion never works. Like that was set up to high heaven and still could not avoid my my Gloom's moves. So Monotype is the first mon. That is not good to see. High jump kick is the move they go for, which is interesting. Anyway, this is neutral. We've got a nice neutral feint attack, which will do a lot of damage. We can feint attack the Drowsy, and the Haunter we can also feint attack. So a nice little set of Shiftry food there at the end. So I think we get the Macho Brace from these guys. Yeah, we do. Alright, cool. It's been a fair while since I've sort of properly been paying attention to everything that happens in General Gen 3, but there we go. So, what do you want? I challenged the Windstraight family in 4 matches in a row. It's tough, they destroyed me. That is sort of like the cheating sort of strategy they use, you know? Just like, oh, by the way, you have to battle us, all of us, in a row. Okay, so we've sort of got some more trainer battles. We'll try and get to we might try and get to Full Arbor. Depends how quickly we start motoring through these battles. As we see the metal sound. Lovely. Another Picnicker, which means more grass types, so Gloom should be very handy here. I wish I had Aromatherapy, actually. Aromatherapy would be great right now. But every time they send out a Watermon, it's like, give me that HP. And everyone's favourite mon, Sunkern, the mon with the worst stats in the game. As of certainly this generation, I think it gets beaten by not school form Wishy-Washy. I think not school form Wishy-Washy now has the lowest base stat total. But I might be wrong. Don't really have anything for bug flying types. Just use neutral moves and be stupidly over-leveled, I think, is the strategy we should go for. Okay, so yeah, so obviously we can't go into the desert yet, sadly, because we do not have the Go Goggles. We get the Go Goggles after defeating May, and we only battle May once we defeat Flannery. So yeah, we've got a fair way to go before we can actually get through all of that. So Nuzleaf, Grass Dark type, Shroomish grows to level 40. Get back that health. Lombre we can just stay in on. Giga Drain is still very, very good. Really good stab move. And Apom. So like, once you get this far through, you sort of just want to get to the point where you get to that lady's house at the top of this route where you can heal. But you. Now the Picnicker means Grass type. Sorry, flying types. It's not what we wanted to see. But we take it out. Swallow is going to be a problem. It's fast. It's powerful. Should have faked out there, but oh well. Stantler does not too much to me, I don't think. Yeah, there we go, lovely. So yeah, unfortunately, we'll just have to leave Shroomish sort of fainted for now, and we'll just go through with I keep forgetting that I'm paralyzed. Machoke shouldn't really be able to hit me. Fighting is obviously resisted move for me. Oh, it's because of the sand. Sand's up, I think. If sand wasn't up, we'd be getting more back from Moonlight there. I always find it weird that Moonlight does... I did not mean to acid here. I could probably get more back from Mega Drain. Anyway. And obviously we have a self-destructing Geodude, everyone's favourite. What was I saying? I always find it weird that sort of Moonlight also restores like full in Sun, whereas like you know, obviously very similar to moves like Synthesis and Morning Sun, but you kind of feel like Morning Sun and Moonlight should have sort of differing strategies for sort of having max recovery. Maybe that's just me. Okay, so we're gonna get to the next route. I have a feeling you can't turn that way, which is fine by me. Yeah, we might as well just let Meganium and Shiftry take on everyone who's left. Breloom! We can't really do anything against you. We can poison you, but... seems to alternate between... It's like, I have Synthesis, you know. Gloom. You cannot do anything really to... like, other grass types are actually going to be quite a problem. Which isn't really something I'd considered, but, we don't really have anything for them. I guess eventually we might have, like, Ice Beam or something like that. That does an impressive amount for a very resisted hit. I mean, I know Petal Dance is ridiculously powerful, but still, doing a good job. We might just die here. Nope. Went for the wrong move there. Cool. Did not want to battle this guy. We are weak at the moment, but we can just sense this up for the moment. Don't have something that resists grass. Ooh, light screen. You know what? It's better than poison powder. Like, Meganium with screens is actually going to be pretty decent for me. I just have this feeling that, you know, in a sort of, certainly in this sort of difficult, you know, increased difficulty game, that having the capacity to sort of, you know, increase your defenses with screens and stuff like that is actually going to be really, really useful to me. Still don't have access to cut, which I do feel like should have happened by now, but there we go. Okay, there we go. Thank you, old lady. So I think this is Secret Power, yep. Which allows you to make a secret base. in like sort of those big trees and other places. We can get some berries. I was at one point thinking maybe, I wasn't sure, but I know there's a move from Gen 4 where its type depends on what berry you're holding, I think, which is quite cool. Obviously, it has its, very much has its limits in terms of the fact that, you know, you can only use it in certain, did not plan well. Did not plan that well. But yeah, no, obviously, you know, you only have like one berry and you can't really use it particularly well and all this sort of stuff. But it's an interesting move. And given that my team is really going to struggle like getting access to certain types of moves, it's just something that happens with sort of grass types. They don't get a lot of coverage, aside from their secondary types. So something like the best I'd get is like Weather Ball. I have Weather Ball in the sun, and that would be a fire-type move, as pretty much the only fire-type move that I could get, for example, with my team. And I was thinking maybe I could use that, but I don't think that move was added to the game. Because I'm sure you can tell that this is, you know, obviously they added lots of later-gen moves to the game, but there are certainly a limit to the move that they've added. Anyway. We'll be able to hopefully just sort of start making our way through this last route before Fall Arbor, and then in Fall Arbor, yes! Ooh, Seed Bomb is much better than Giga Drain on... Much better than Giga Drain on Breloom, much worse than Giga Drain on Shroomish. But we should use it. Like, Seed Bomb is a good move. But I just don't, yeah, I don't have the attacking stats as a Shroomish, which is, you know, understandable. It's a Shroomish. Okay, so we have a fair few more battles to try and get through, as we once more stop Shroomish from evolving. That Spore is so annoying, but there we go. Getting Ether, bunch of trainers. Voltoy and a Nincada, so we can Seed Bomb the Nincada and Mega Drain the Voltoy. Which looks like both ground type trainers, which is ideal. Lovely. And Ninjask, which is definitely not a ground type, but there we go. Headbutt and Acid. Shiftry is the only one of us that can touch it, I think. Oh no, because yeah, if we poisoned it, it would just die. I'm sure. So lovely. And then we can take on Pokemaniac Wyatt, who has an Aron. So obviously, because we're using physical moves, it's not going to do a lot. We can Bubble Beam. Lairon, Bubble Beam. Cool. We get a Super Repel up here, and you can get a Nugget from there. Macro! That's cool. I actually, you know, seeing Wild Murkrow there, it's quite a nice... I don't know, it just feels like a route where you should normally find Murkrow. That's annoying not having recovery with Shroomish, because we're so slow that having that recovery was really, really useful. Anyway, normal. We'll just go Ludicolo. Do not know why you're trying to Earthquake my grass types, but there we go. Sorry, Magnitude. Got another double battle there. I think we're getting pretty close to the end of this route, and then we'll call this episode to an end. We've had another successful episode in defeating Watson, thankfully. So, normal type trainers. This will be not particularly easy. So Shroomish is now asleep. We'll swap you out for Meganium then, and we'll just continue aciding. So no. You can Rock Smash the Loudred, and you can Acid. Lovely. Nice and simple. So they're collecting ash, which we can do from the house just up there. It's not a secret item. So yeah, you talk to this guy, he'll give you Soot Sack, which we can then collect volcanic ash with. We'll see another trainer here. Ooh, we don't have anything for poison either. It's not too bad, because generally there just aren't that many dangerous type mons that particularly say mons that sort of poison isn't a great typing until you know, you sort of get the really good sort of poison types. So not too worried about it. It's a little frustrating. Yeah, I am poisoned, so that is just wrong. That's something I hadn't noticed. So there's a little glitch with the game there, that certain... Ooh, we better get Shroomish out from the front. That certain status elements don't appear on your mons. Or maybe it's like the order. I think that's been something previously where sort of like certain mons that are placed in a certain position in your list, so like if it's 4th or 5th, then they just don't show if they're actually, you know, injured. Roar! Okay. I mean, that's just sharing my experience out a bit more. Protect and roar, is that what you were going to do? Maybe I should have absorbed there. Anyway, so, as we head over to Full Arbor, we will now let Meganium and Shiftry lead the next battle. So we've got a Picnicker and a Bird Keeper, which is not good news. So we will Feint Attack the Skarmory and pray. Little Dance hit the wrong one there. There we go, that's what we want to see. That could have been a problem, because obviously my Shiftry could have been hit by a Fairy type move, and it would not appreciate that. So we'll Feint Attack the Skarmory as it's neutral, and we'll just continue Pebble Dancing. I think I Feint Attacked the wrong one there, but oh well. Feint Attack the Skarmory. Swellow is a problem. We'll swap out to Ludicolo. Hopefully Swellow doesn't attack me. Does, gets a crit, which is not good. We could struggle here. I think poisoning it is important, and we'll fake out. Or it could be Guts. Acid and Bubble Beam. Quick attack, nearly takes out, but does not. Made a mistake there, should have just gone for flying type move. Losing burns me, I'm just going to sleep quietly. Okay, there we go, lovely. So, we reach Full Arbor Town. And I think we'll just call this episode to an end here. What's left to do, we'll obviously be able to... Pretty sure the move Relearner is here? Move Tutor. So that's cool. And then we'll be able to continue round to Professor Cosmo in Meteor Falls. And then once we do that, we can then go up the cable car to take on Team Magma, I believe it is, at the volcano. And then, yeah, and then we head south. Once we head south, we then get to... I'm really not thinking it through. We then reach Lava Ridge Town, which then means we can take on Flannery, and then we can finally get our last Mon on our team, which would be great. But yeah, no, good progress. Obviously, lots and lots of battles, pretty much is the way it goes as you go up that route. Everyone's doing pretty well in terms of levels, which is nice. I do enjoy being over-leveled. At least this, like, we're not so over-leveled that we're never ever going to die, but we're over-leveled enough that these battles are not painstakingly, you know, stressful every single time, which is always a welcome change from a lot of sort of like the other sort of difficulty hacks I've played. So there we go. But anyway, yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this episode, and I hope you'll join me on the next, where we will, like I said, move on from Four Lava and probably encounter Professor Cosmo, and we might sort of maybe try and go up the cable car and sort of end there. That might be sort of like a decent place to think about stopping. We'll see. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Hope you'll join us on the next.